Welcome back to Rabid Noise on Rabid Radio. Joining me on the program now is Chris Bowles from Alestorm. It's great that you could join us tonight, man.
Ahoy, ahoy, what's up? It's no problem, dude.
You've just released your latest album, Sunset on the Golden Age, which is already getting great reviews, and rightfully so, as it's a solid album. How does it feel to hit album number 4?
I had no idea we would get this far. I can still remember thinking back, it was like, I don't know how many years ago it was, we did our first album. I was like, wow. Like we got given this 5-album contract. I was like, wow, 5 albums, that's going to take 1,000,000 years. And now here we are at number 4. So time has travelled fast, I suppose. We've made the most of it.
Yeah, well, it must be an amazing feeling to to hit that and still releasing quality stuff after 4 albums. It's awesome, man. So when it comes to writing new material for Alestorm, how does the process usually kick off for you guys?
It usually starts in the most uncool manner possible, which is me sitting down at a laptop with a cup of tea and just writing away songs on this composing software. So there's no drunken shenanigans and high seas adventures involved. It's just pure nerding out in front of a computer. so it's not the most glamorous thing, but it gets the job done.
To most people, they imagine a jam room filled with beer bottles and kegs, and and you guys just battling it out over beer.
No such thing, I'm afraid. It's just me sitting on my ass writing things, thinking, what rhymes with quest?
What does rhyme with quest?
Oh, best, test, west, lest. What else is there? Incest. That's a good one. Not an album yet. Maybe next album. It's such a good versatile word, quest.
Yes, you could go on forever. Well, you've travelled the world many times and played countless shows and drank many beers. So tell us, where in the world has the best and worst ales?
Whoa. This is controversial, but I think the worst is Germany. I just hate German beer. I don't know why everyone goes crazy over it. It's just fizzy piss water. I don't understand that style of why people think that's great. I mean, I think my favorite place to drink is, to be honest, it's probably England. I love cider. I love good old-fashioned, proper West Country English cider, and I could devour that stuff forever. And you can't really get good cider anywhere else in the world. So it's always every time we go on tour, I'm searching for a bar or a supermarket that sells cider. And you always get this strange alcopop taste and stuff, but it'll do. I love a good pint, I does.
I'm a big fan of my cider as well, but I'll have to come over there and try
good drink. Oh, you really must. It's so much better than anything else. Trust me.
Has there been one band that you've toured with that have been able to drink you dudes under the table?
Yep, that would probably be the Australian band Lagerstein. They can drink like it's going out of fashion. I've never seen people drink that much booze in my life. So definitely them, without a shadow of a doubt. They make us look like a bunch of pathetic lightweights. It's great.
Brizzy boys.
Oh yeah, they can handle their alcoholic beverages, that is for sure.
That's right. They're up from our way up here in Queensland. So good band, good party band too.
Good bunch of lads, aren't they? Good party band.
They sure are. So what's the trickiest situation that booze has ever gotten you into while on the road?
I mean, there's always been these inevitable moments that, we drink a little bit too much before a show. I mean, usually we try and keep it very professional and everything's great. And, we don't have a couple of drinks before we go on stage and save the party till later. But, sometimes things happen and you're smashed and you've got to go on the stage and you're like, oh God, this is going to be the worst show ever. Because you suddenly sober up a little bit. You sober up enough to realize that you've done something very stupid, but not enough to actually fix it. So you're on stage feeling completely miserable, just fucking up all your notes and stuff. And it's just, this is the most sad experience ever. Don't drink, kids. Just never drink, ever. Save yourself.
Leave it up to the professionals.
Yeah.
Well, apart from the obvious, what is usually the most important thing on Alestorm's rider?
Actually, we have this thing on our rider. We demand, and I quote, one prostitute of dubious gender who answers to the name of Leslie. And we actually got that. We actually got that in Sweden. We played a show in Sweden 2 days ago, and after our show, we came back into our dressing room, and there was a blow-up doll wearing a shirt that said Leslie on it. So that was our dream come true, finally.
That's awesome. That is, yeah, I have to remember that one. That's a good one. Well, there are plenty of bands out there that are releasing their own brands of, beer and wine and spirits and what else, you name it. But can we expect some Alestorm ale in the future? Is that something you guys have been looking at?
That'd be great. Some Alestorm beer or rum or something. But see, there's the big problem is that, a lot of alcohol companies, they want to promote responsible drinking, and we are anything but responsible. So it's, it would take a very particular type of company to want to be associated with us. We've not quite found the right one yet. But I would love to have my own brand of alcohol. How cool would that be?
That would be
the coolest thing. I want to do that.
Maybe
I'll work on it.
Brew your own.
See what happens. I've tried that. I've brewed my own cider a few times, and it's pretty rough, to say the least. I don't think I'd ever be allowed to sell it. It's probably illegal in most countries in the world. So, yeah.
Well, you keep yourself busy outside of Alestorm as well with another band called Glory Hammer. So what's the status of that band?
That band is live and kicking and doing well. We, I guess we're kind of done with as much touring as we can do for our first album, which came out last year and was great, and everyone loved it, and we loved it. But now I think we probably have to get down to writing a second album. So we're going to see how that goes. Maybe that'll come out sometime next year, and then we'll do the whole touring cycle again. But it's good things are happening with that band. It's just always getting bigger all the time, and it's it's kicked off way more than I ever thought it would. So yeah, always happy with that. Plus, I get to dress as a wizard, so
that's awesome. Any excuse to dress as a wizard is a good idea.
It is what life was meant for, to be honest.
Yeah, damn right. So, so how do you juggle the two bands? Between Alestorm and Glory Hammer.
Yeah, it works out pretty well actually. Because playing music is all I ever do all the time. Basically when Alestorm's not touring, we can't tour constantly. When Alestorm's not touring, I try and arrange something for Glory Hammer. So Alestorm has this huge tour coming up that starts in September. So obviously that's been blocked off for that. But when that tour's over, I'm going to do something for Glory Hammer after that, and it kind of alternates between the two. So there's always there's plenty of time in the world, and I like keeping myself busy. So it works out so far. There's not been any horrendous clashes that couldn't be resolved yet.
Well, you're no stranger to our shores, and, it's always great to see you guys down here. Are there plans to return here in the near future with either Glory Hammer or Alestorm?
Well, we did the Glory Hammer thing in April in Australia, and I'm not sure if there's, obviously it's a smaller band, so it'll probably take a long time before we can come back and justify it. But, Alestorm, we need to hit Australia sometime. I don't know when. Maybe 2015. Like I say, this year is pretty full up. But I'll see if I can pencil something in next year, in my schedule. But I think we'll come back in 2015. Like you say, we're no stranger to the country. We're going to keep coming back, and as long as people keep wanting to see us, we're going to keep coming back to Australia. So you'll have no shortage of opportunities to see us live. That's for sure. The
more Alestorm, the better, I say. Same with Glory Hammer. So
I agree.
Yeah, you guys played the Gold Coast, didn't you, Glory Hammer?
Yeah, that was wonderful. That was like Babe Beach Paradise. I had a great time there.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was very strange though being there. Were you there? Oh, cool. And there's a support band there with Fuck, and what a good band.
That's it, Todd Hansen's band. Yep.
Yeah,
drummer.
Todd, what a guy.
Yeah.
What a good guy.
Well, we're going to go to the track Drink from Sunset on the Golden Age now. Thanks so much for hanging with us tonight, Chris, and we'll hopefully see you guys very soon, and all the best with the release of the album.
Also, thank you very much. Enjoy the song, enjoy the album, and have a good time. Cheers.